What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome to another Call of Dragons video. The game developers have finally delivered this time. They have given us mages that I think are going to be the best of the best in the game. Today we're going to check out all the skills because they have been officially revealed in their most recent video. Will Liliya and Thea be replaced as the best mage DPS in the game? I think these new mages are going to be able to do that. The war pet is also crazy. I do believe it's going to be performing better than the Sapphire Frederick, but that's something that we're going to have to test and find out. If you're new here, subscribe for more content, like the video, share it with your friends, drop some comments down below. Let us check out what these new mages are all about. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, another day, another video. Today we're checking out the brand new mages. The game developers have given us mages that work like a lot of the heroes that are already in the game. We all know that Magrat is the craziest DPS hero in the entire game. I do believe these new mages are going to be doing more damage than Magrat and Zeta. What really makes Magrat so great? It's because of her first skill, which is passive. This skill gives you value every 5 seconds. Instant impact. You do so much in a short amount of time. It is what makes Magrat so excellent for PvP. Now, to make things even better, Magrat has the Shadow Manticore, and the Shadow Manticore is equipped with the Advanced Barbarism. Advanced Barbarism does this amount almost every single second. So you don't really need to spend 10 seconds to get Rage skill to cast, to get 10 seconds to get Rage to cast your Rage skill. This is what makes Magrat and Zeta so dangerous for the open field. Now, when it comes to Liliya, she needs a lot of rage to do her rage skill. But when Liliya casts her rage skill, there is going to be a lot of chaos with all the scorching. And she hits 3 targets. Her rage skill is also amplified by skill number 4 and skill number 5. Well, guess what? The devs are like, okay, this time we're going to give you guys a little something different. We're going to give you a hero that works like Liliya and a hero that works like Magrat at the same time. And that is where the new mages come in. Things are going to be so interesting, guys. Let us see what the skills look like. You're gonna see why I am so excited. These new mages are going to be the real deal. Now, before we get started with all the skills, I do believe many people are going to be holding off on the new mages because at this point in the game, so many players already have 5 good mage marches, and they don't really want to invest into another march. I can understand why they are doing that. However, I do believe these new mages are going to be getting 1.5 times the merits the current best mage is getting. So let's say Liliya usually gets 100k merits. These new mages will be doing 150, which is just going to be super awesome. So that's just hypothetical analysis, but I do believe these new mages are going to be doing so much for the PvP, and you'll have no choice but to get them. It's kind of like you're saying, okay, I already have what is it called, Syndrion and Frega. I don't need Magrat and Zeta. That's how it's going to be. Do you think you're going to be able to resist? I really doubt it. I know many people are going to hold off. They're going to wait for others to do the testing, and I recommend you do the same. Don't just jump on the mages right away. Take your time. Let the guinea pigs and the impatient people like us do the testing for you, and then you jump later. With all of that out of the way, let us check out everything that is so good about these new mages. Okay, warriors of Tamaris, we're going to begin with Yun MING, aka probably the one that's going to dethrone Liliya in Call of Dragons for real. This guy is something else. First of all, his skill is passive, which means you're going to get value right away. You should be able to do this damage instantly most of the time. That's the beauty. Now, the skill is called Premonition. It says, when launching a normal attack, deals diffuse magic damage to the target legion and a random nearby enemy legions, 2 to 3 in total. Damage factor 300. Effect can trigger once every 2 seconds. Okay, let's move on to the next skill. So the second skill says, while in the field, Premonition targets 1 extra enemy legion. And this hero's legion has a 50% chance to gain 10% defense for 4 seconds. Maximum 3 stacks, so almost 30% defense is what you're gonna get. So when you are fighting your enemies, you need to unlock this second skill in order to do at least damage to 2 different targets with the hero skill. So you gotta unlock this second skill to add the second target to your DPS. We go on to skill number 3. The Legion deals 20% more hero skill damage and gains 15% HP. This is pretty much straightforward. Hero skill damage 20% is pretty good. And the HP is gonna help you with the survivability. No complaints over here. Moving on to skill number 4. What does it say? When Premonition deals damage, it has a 50% chance to deal an extra instance of magic damage. Damage factor 125 times highest temporary buff stack. Maximum damage factor of 625. Effect can trigger once every 5 seconds. I think this skill will probably be hitting just the main target. I'm not sure if it's going to be hitting AoE, but we're going to have to find out when the hero comes out. And then when you awaken the hero, it says while in battle gains Diviner's Mark for 10 seconds every 30 seconds. When Diviner's Mark is active, the Legion gains 15% magic attack, and Premonition targets 3 legions. Astrologer's Blessings and Inescapable Fate have 100% trigger chance. So you need to awaken this hero in order to hit 3 targets with the first skill. So where's the first skill? The first skill says you can hit the target legion and then 2 to 3 in total. So the target legion is 1, and then with the second skill you hit 2 targets, and then when you awaken the hero you hit 3 targets, which is pretty good. That is something that we like to see. And you can see the skill triggers once every 30 seconds. You shouldn't be discouraged by this skill, because every time you enter battle, you get a new war report, you're going to be triggering this skill right away. So when you finish fighting someone, you go to the next one, you get a new report, you trigger this thing. This 30 seconds might be very difficult in a 1v1 fight, but as you guys know, most of the time when you fight, you're always switching targets. So this thing is going to be very, very useful for the PvP. I think this new hero is going to be doing a lot in the open field. It's like a mix of Margaret and Liliya. Because with Margaret, she has a passive skill that does a lot of damage. And then this guy also has AoE that is amplified by some of the other skills, just like Liliya. So I think he's going to be awesome for the open field. This guy might be the next big thing in the game. We'll just have to wait and see in the open field PvP. I just like how his skills are of instant impact. They start doing damage right away. That's the good thing about this hero. We're going to move on to the second hero. We have the Gromara. Oof, this hero looks scary. I think she is Orc. One of the Satyr witches. She's going to do a lot in the PvP. She looks very ugly. You see how you run for your life. So let's see what the rage skill does. Deals magic damage to the target legion, damage factor 2000, and grants this hero's legion 25% bonus to hero skill damage. The bonus is removed the next time any hero in the legion casts a rage skill. Holy cow, this hero is gonna be doing a lot. Welcome to the power creep in Call of Dragons, guys. The first hero in the game to do 2000 hero skill damage factor. I think Sibyl has 1950. Because Sibyl does 650 damage every second for 3 seconds. When you add them up, that's like 1950. So Sibyl is close to this hero. I would like to see how they fight in a 1v1 situation. Sibyl will probably put this hero to shame. So we're gonna have to wait and see. We shall find out. So we're gonna go to the second skill. It says, when garrisoning cities or strongholds, the legion deals diffuse magic damage to 3 nearby enemy legions every 10 seconds. Damage factor 500. Diffuse damage to nearby enemy legions every 10 seconds. Okay, this looks pretty good. I wonder how this skill is gonna work with the Tohar, because you got Tohar channeling hitting 3 targets, and then you have this thing also hitting 3 targets. You combine them together in your garrison, it's gonna be crazy. Moving on to skill number 3. The Legion gains 20% defense and ignores 20% of the enemy defense. Okay, so this looks pretty good. You make yourself stronger with the 20% defense, and then you do more damage to the enemy by penetrating 20% of their defense. Very good. It's straightforward, but it is excellent. But here it says attack resistance of 20%. So attack resistance is the same as 20% defense bonus. Man, I'm a little confused. Anyway, let's just keep going. So we're gonna go over here to skill number 4. The Legion deals 15% more hero skill damage. Dealing magic skill damage has a 50% chance to increase the Legion's magic attack by 5% for 5 seconds, maximum 5 stacks. So you already have 15% damage, 15% more hero skill damage. You add that to the 20% that you get from the other guy, making it 35% hero skill damage. That is fantastic. And on top of that, this hero also has the 25% hero skill damage from the rage skill, which is right here. So 25% from here, and then you get another 15% from here, and then the other guy also has a 20%, so that is a lot of hero skill damage. Oh my goodness. How much skill damage? So we got 40 from here, and then we got another 20. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, another 20. So 60% hero skill damage. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now you guys see why I say these new heroes will probably replace Liliya and Thea as the top DPS in the game. Their damage is just going to be nuts. In addition to that, you have the chance of getting up to 25% magic attack. So you get 25% magic attack from here. Let's see how many you can get from the other side, from the other guy. So over here, while in battle, so when you enter battle, you get 15% magic attack, plus the other 25% magic attack, making it 40% magic attack. Do we have any magic attack anywhere else? Let's see. We can find some more. Let's skip it. Okay, so there's no magic attack here. What about second skill? Okay, so you get up to 40% magic attack with these two heroes together. You get 60% hero skill damage dealt. You have 15% HP. You have 30% defense from MING or whatever, and then 20% defense from this guy. So you have up to 50% defense. Man, these two heroes have been designed to deal with Kuma and Lei Quan. This is gonna be awesome, guys. Like if you add up everything, it's pretty good. 60% hero skill damage. You got 50% defense, 15% HP, 20% defense penetration. Oh man, this is gonna be so awesome for the PvP. I myself am gonna be maxing out this hero on day 1. So stay tuned to the channel to see how the hero is going to perform. In terms of this, the wield hero, I'm going to max him out slowly. Moving on to the awakening skill for Gromara. So with Gromara, you're gonna do 2000 hero skill damage when you awaken the hero. If the hero is not awakened, you do 1800 hero skill damage and 10% hero skill bonus. Okay, so over here you get 2025%. So the first time she casts her rage skill, she's gonna activate this thing, and then Ming is gonna use this thing until Gromara casts her rage skill. When Gromara casts her rage skill the second time, she's gonna get a 25% boost, and in this process, she's gonna activate this 25% boost again for the next rage skill. So that's gonna be super awesome. These new mages are gonna be the real deal, man. I think they are going to replace Liliya and Thea. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Are you going to invest blindly, or are you going to take your time and wait? Because we have burned before with Bertrand Tohar and Thunderlin and Thalea. But with Thunderlin and Thalea, I think they had a problem right from the get-go. Because the Thunderlin rage skill takes like 6 seconds to complete. And then the artifact also is another 6 seconds. But with this new hero, everything is instant. You get your damage right away. So that's the beauty. What's next on our agenda for today? We have The artifact, aka the Dragon's Fate. This thing is another overpowered artifact in the game. Deals diffuse magic damage of 3000 to up to 5 targets. It's gonna be 6 targets with the Exemplar. The fewer units an enemy legion has remaining, the more damage is dealt, with a buff of up to 20%. This is gonna be crazy, guys. This is gonna be interesting for the PvP. I cannot wait to get my hands on this artifact. When the enemy has fewer units, you do even more damage. What about the additional effect? Let us see. Additional effect. When launching a normal attack, the wielder's legion has a 50% chance to deal extra magic damage the next time it deals hero skill damage. Damage factor 80. By the way, this is just level 1. I do believe this damage factor is probably gonna go up depending on the level of the artifact. So we're gonna have to wait and see. This is another reason these heroes are going to be doing more merits than probably Magrat and Zeta in the open field. This skill kind of works like the advanced barbarism of Magrat. This guy can cast a rage skill, he can cast a hero skill every 2 seconds. Mr. Ming. I forgot his name, man. Let me go back and get his name probably. I am butchering the guy's name throughout. Yun Ming. Okay, yeah, so I'm calling him by his last name, Mr. Ming. Mr. Yun Ming will be doing this damage factor almost every 2 seconds. It's gonna be very, very good for the PvP, allowing the lineup to do even more damage against all enemies. These new heroes are going to be the real deal. I know a lot of players are just gonna be holding off, but they are going to see that the merits are just too juicy and they're gonna jump on the bandwagon just like everybody else. It is kind of like you're saying, okay, I already have a Syndrion and Frega. I don't need no Magrat and Zeta. Do you think you're gonna be able to resist? That's something we're gonna find out. We're gonna see. Everybody who's been saying, nah, I'm not gonna invest, we'll have to wait and see. So this artifact looks pretty good. We keep going. Now we check out the Warpet. The Warpet also, I do believe, might replace the Sapphire Frederick in the game as the top DPS Warpet. There is only one thing that I dislike. When you're collecting the stacks, it's going to be used up, which means the follow-up might not get all the stacks that you need. That's going to be the only problem. However, this pet can do damage to multiple targets in an area. Like, they did not put a limit. Let's say we have 10 targets in an area, they are going to take damage factor. That's going to be interesting. Let's go through the skills and see what the pet is capable of doing. Known as Fire Cage, it's a rage skill. Attack range is very far. Deals magic damage to the target legion. Damage factor 22 plus 32. So this one is going to depend on the intelligence, and creates a molten field around the target for 3 seconds. The molten field deals magic damage every second. Damage factor 10 to all enemies within it. So if you have 10 enemies there, each one is going to take 10 damage factor. It's just going to be ridiculous. Does it say diffuse damage factor? Nope. It is not diffused. This is nuts, guys. So the main target is going to take a lot, but everybody else is going to take something as well. Each time the Legion deals magic skill damage via an innate skill, it gains Burning Mark. Each stack of Burning Marks increases the next instance of Warped skill damage dealt by 1%. Burning Mark stacks up to 7, plus this times and is cleared the next time a Warped skill is cast. So let's pause here for a second. Who can take advantage of this pet? We have a few heroes in the game who can take advantage of this pet. So the first one is going to be Mr. Ming. This pet was designed for Ming because Ming does a hero skill damage every 2 seconds. Another hero that can take advantage of this pet is Tohar. Tohar can channel 3 times every 4 seconds, so he can get stacks to take this pet to the next level. Another hero is Thunderlin. Thunderlin has a rage skill that can hit 3 times, so she can utilize this pet efficiently. We also have Liliya and her Scorching. Let us go back to the game and read the Scorching effect of Liliya. We're gonna click the heroes. We find Liliya, and let's see. When Liliya is scorching someone, deals damage every second for 5 seconds. Damage factor, scorch of 200. So guys, Liliya might be the best candidate for this pet, especially when she casts her rage skill and she starts scorching enemies almost every single second, because the scorching is a skill damage factor, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Let me know down below in the comment section. Do you think Liliya will be able to take this pet to the next level? Comment down below. Now you guys can see why I say this new pet might replace the Sapphire Frederick as the top DPS in the game. What do you guys think? Let me know. I think this time around the game developers have delivered. They have given us mages that are of instant impact that get damage right away. And when we go back to the artifact, you can see here we have magic unit attack and then legion attack. It's not like the Thunderling artifact, which has HP and then attack. That is one of the things that brings Thunderling down with that artifact. But with this new artifact, we got a double magic attack, which is exactly what we want. And the pet is AoE. It does so much. It works with many of the mage heroes in the game. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be using this pet on my Thunderling. I'm going to replace my Seraphic, I think. I'm going to use the pet on my Bertrand and Tohar as well. Even for Liliya, I'm going to see how this pet does with Liliya. But I already have a 3-star Sapphire. So Liliya is going to keep that Sapphire Frederick. But we're going to find out. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think this pet is going to be better than Sapphire Frederick? Let me know down below. We're going to keep this pushing. We check out some of the other skills of the pet as well. We have the advanced fire cage. Fire cage, direct damage dealt plus this whatever. I think this is going to be the skill that you buy at the end of the season. From the looks of it, it's only going to affect this thing right here in the green mark and this one here at the bottom. So that's going to be pretty good. We go on to the next skill, which is the intense fire cage. This is the one you're going to buy from the shop, I think. From the pet shop. Increases the effect of burning mark gained via fire cage by 1% plus this amount. So I think this one is going to increase this thing right here. So we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe it's this one. I lost my navigation. So we're going to keep this going. And I think that's it for the new mages, guys. I personally think these new mages are going to be the best in the game. They're going to replace all the mages in the game right now in terms of DPS. This is going to be the first power creep for the mages. And it's going to be interesting. I know many people are going to hold off. And I think you should. You should wait. Let other people do the testing. And then you jump in. Me personally, I like this hero. Because of the passive skill. It is just awesome. This hero is like Margaret and Liliya combined together. This is just insane, guys. On top of that, we have the artifacts. That is kind of like the Shadow Manticore. It's like they decided to put the advanced barbarism of the Shadow Manticore on this artifact, which is just brilliant. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Are you going to invest? Are you going to wait? Are you going to call me crazy? Comment down below in the comment section. Until then, see you guys next time when the hero comes out. I'm full sending on Gromara all the way up to Awakening status. Let's go to my account and I show you guys what I have so far. So we go over here. Let me find one of the heroes that's not maxed out. Let's click this guy. We go to skills. So these are the tokens that I have. Pretty good. I have 724. I need 690 to max Gromara, and then the rest gonna go to Yun Ming. And we are good to go. Thank you guys for watching. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.